Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. Today is Friday, the 1st of April 2022. It's April Fool's Day, but I have no pranks in this video. So as always, we are going to look at the CRISPR news and economic and geopolitical news before going into the second segment, which is VIX and Nasdaq and gold and Bitcoin, those kind of indicators to see where the market is at. And then finally, we're going to look at the genomic shares and how they are performing and try to determine their potential price movement for today. And with that, let's get started. The first news article I have for you comes from Yahoo Finance. It says that the short sellers are increasing their bets on a stock market crash. And the best way for us to identify this is to go and check out our put-call ratio. So PCC is the put-call ratio. And put-call ratio is 1.02 right now. So as of yesterday's close, our put-call ratio was 1.02. And before that, it has been below 1. So when a put-call ratio is below 1, it's a bullish sign. And when a put-call ratio goes above 1, it becomes a bearish sign. Because a put-call ratio of less than 1 means that traders are trading call options more than put options. And that's a bullish market. So that's what we have here. And it's just a beginning. We have to see whether it falls back today or what happens. So we'll have to wait and see what happens about that. The other thing I've picked up from CNBC is the 5 things you need to know before the market opens. So among all these, one of the things that caught my eye is that the US future started the second quarter higher Friday ahead of government's March employment report. Wall Street on Thursday ended its worst quarter since the first 3 months of 2020, which included the COVID pandemic lows in the late March of that year, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so basically they are saying that the futures are raising ahead of jobs report as we are starting a fresh quarter. And also elsewhere I had heard that the fund managers were all boosting the market ahead of close of the first quarter so that they can show good results to their clients. So this is neither here nor there. Both these articles are contrary. Let us go and have a look at the futures. So I have the futures out here. And if we look at Nasdaq, yes, the second article is right. The futures are pointed upwards. They are 50 basis points above. So this looks good. And when we look at the futures, again, the MACD is tending towards the signal line. And the momentum is above average, but pointing up. So that's a very good sign. And so hopefully we open the market positive. Right now it is 8:50 in the morning. And we have plenty of time before the market opens. So this is the gist of what I have for you. And if we look further on what CNBC is saying, we need to look for this day. Recession signal, key treasury spread flips for the first time since 2019. So they have this chart here where there's a slight blip upwards. So we still need to see that to develop. And one of the things I have found based on my research is that stock market falls always happen when there's a steep upward turn on the yield curve. But then those have always happened from below zero. So above zero, I don't think that that kind of a logic holds. So I still think that my thesis of April showing us gains and a fall in March is probably still in place. So I would like to look at the market today, how it opens, and then take it from there. March hiring expected to be robust, but down from prior months. So that would take the nation's unemployment rate slightly down to 3.7% in March from 3.8% in February. Of course, we spoke yesterday about the Chernobyl nuclear site being handed back to Ukraine. The Russian soldiers have left that place. And finally, it seems that everybody is jumping on to the stock split bandwagon. So GameStop soars as the video game retailer announces stock split plan. So we had Google coming up with stock splits, then we had Amazon, then we had Tesla, and we had Apple. So this seems to be the game in town. So let us be prepared for any other high value shares to come up with a stock split, and we'll see what happens. So that's about what I have got here in terms of news items. Okay, the markets are on right now, and let's start off with oil. Oil is down almost $2, and we have a situation where let's go back to a 1-year time frame. Yeah, we have a situation where we have this diagonal line of support as well as the 50-day exponential moving average, which is this green fluorescent green line. And oil has dropped below both of them. So that's really good news for us today. And that can help temper the inflation a lot. And our MACD is absolutely bearish and momentum is below average and pointing down. I like both of that. And if we look at the 1-day time frame, we have got the MACD pointing downwards and it's going bearish and momentum also below. So overall, both from 1-day and 1-year time frame, we are looking good for oil going down. That's really nice. And we have VIX going down too. But for the VIX, we have support at 19.93. The MACD, though bearish, is tending towards the signal line. Momentum is below average and pointed down. So overall, I think the VIX is going to go down today. That means Nasdaq is going to go up. So if we look at the Nasdaq here, we are kind of consolidating. So we have opened above yesterday's close. That's a good sign. Now we need to break through the resistance of 364.41. Our MACD is looking bullish, but tending towards the signal line. Momentum is above average, but slightly flat. Let us look at what is happening on a 1-day basis, where each of the candles is 1 minute. So in a 1-day time frame, we can see that the MACD has turned bullish, and momentum is trying to go above average. So there's a bullish momentum in the daily time frame, but when we look at the 1-year time frame, there's a slight weakness. So I would favor Nasdaq going up today because oil has gone down and volatility is also down, and there has been a lot of profit taking. And if you look at this chart here, each of these candle is 1 day. So after a very steep raise, there was a couple of days of profit taking, and now I think there is an opportunity to consolidate. So I think that today we have an opportunity for consolidation by moving within this red candle or just going slightly above that. So all of those possibilities are in place, and we still have this diagonal line of support and all the 4 exponential moving averages supporting us. So I think that QQQ is going to break the resistance of 364.41 today and end above that and making it into a support. So that is what I would expect. So let's now turn to our crypto and gold. So if I look at gold, gold has given up some of its gains and it has gone down. Yesterday it was a doji candle, a bit of indecision. So today with Nasdaq going up, gold is going down. The MACD is bearish and the momentum is above average but pointing downwards and almost ready to go below average. So gold price is likely to go down today. And if we look at Bitcoin, which also moves in sympathy with Nasdaq, there is a kind of a loose correlation between the two of them. So Bitcoin is trying to stay above the support of 45,511. Right now we are at 45,569. So we have support from all the 4 exponential moving averages. And the MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line. And momentum is above average but pointed down. Let us look at what is happening on a 1-day time frame for Bitcoin. So in a 1-day time frame, the MACD is turning bullish. And we are moving from an overbought position on the RSI to drop down a little bit, cooling off. So I think Bitcoin will pick up later on today because Nasdaq is doing so and the VIX is down and the oil is down. So that's what I think is going to happen overall. So to summarize everything, I think Nasdaq is going to have a good day. And by extension, all our genomic shares should also find some relief. So we'll check that out. Let's look at our CRISPR shares. I'm just going to sort them to get the winners on the top. So first we start with CRISPR Therapeutics, which has smartly bounced above the diagonal support line. So really happy about that. Again, 9 and 20-day exponential moving average along with the 50-day exponential moving average are giving support. That's excellent. MACD is moving away from the signal line. Momentum is pointed upwards and is above average. It's all pointing towards a great day for CRISPR. Maybe end the day with a gain of around $4.25. At the most. So that's what I'm looking for. Beam Therapeutics is up 3.87%, and it's going to have a challenge getting across this diagonal red line. MACD is bullish, and momentum is below average but pointing upwards. If momentum was above average and pointed upwards, I would have confidently said that we are going to break this diagonal red line. We still have chances to do that once we overcome the 9-day exponential moving average, which is this yellow line out here. But I think it's very well on the cards that we might break above this diagonal line today. And once we do that and stay above that by the end of the day, we can try to retest it tomorrow and start a bullish run. That's my hope for Beam Therapeutics. PSEB is up 3.19%. It's being constrained by the 9-day exponential moving average, 20-day exponential moving average, and the horizontal line at 10.37, the horizontal resistance line at 10.37. So it's a very, very strong headwind out there for PSEB, but the MACD is bullish and it's tending towards the signal line. However, the momentum is below average and pointed upwards. So I'm thinking that we are going to end the day positive for PSEB, basically because the momentum is picking up, and that's going to influence our MACD. Editas is up 3.26%, and it's got support from the 50-day, 9-day, and the 20-day exponential moving average, and also the horizontal support at 18.20. MACD is bullish and moving towards the signal line, but the momentum is above average and pointed upwards. So I'm thinking that Editas is going to have a good day today, probably ending with a gain of 75 cents. And ARCG is up 2.22% with a support from 9 and 20-day exponential moving average, and the horizontal support at 44.39. MACD is bullish but moving towards the signal line. However, momentum is above average and pointed slightly upwards. So I think ARCG will end the day with a gain of around $1.50 at the most. Illumina is up 2.43% with a support from 9-day, 50-day, and 20-day exponential moving averages. And the MACD is bullish and moving away from the signal line. Momentum is above average and pointed upwards. And there is plenty of room for the RSI before it becomes overbought. So I'm thinking that today we are going to challenge the 100-day exponential moving average of 359.95, which is this white line out here. And right now we are at 356.95. So it's a very good day for Illumina. Teladoc is up 1.77%, again with support from the 50-day, 9-day, and the 20-day exponential moving averages. MACD is bullish and moving towards the signal line, and momentum is above average and pointed slightly upwards. So I'm thinking Teladoc will have a positive day today, maybe end with a positive of $1 before the close of market. Intelia is up 2.08%. And it has got support from the 20-day and the 9-day exponential moving average, and it is still within the bearish channel that we have been in for the longest time. So we have managed to get in there, and we have been going deeper into this channel, and we still have support from this diagonal green line, which is a very strong support. And our MACD is bullish but tending towards a signal line. However, the momentum is just about average and pointed upwards. So I'm thinking Intelia is going to have a good day today and maybe end the day with $1.55 by the close of business. Caribou Biosciences is flat right now, and it's got a resistance from the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average. And MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line. And if I look at the momentum, it's below average and it's pointed downwards in my opinion. And therefore, we are going to be having a bit of a challenge staying positive today for Caribou Biosciences. If it ends up slightly positive or flat, I would be happy with that. But chances are that it's going to end up negative. Allogene is up 0.88%, constrained by the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average. MACD is moving towards the signal line, even though it is bullish. However, we have a momentum which is below average and flat. So I think Allogene might probably end the day flat or negative. However, we have a wonderful news for Allogene Therapeutics. It says Allogene Therapeutics said Thursday that US Food and Drug Administration has granted fast-track designation to Allo 316 to treat patients with advanced or metastatic clear cell renal cell carcinoma. So this Allo 316 is going to give a chance for Allogene shares to pop today. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Verve is down minus 0.61%, and we have fallen below the diagonal support line that we had. And that's not a good sign for Verve. The MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line. Momentum is flat and below average. So Verve is likely to lose a little more today, probably end the day with a negative of around 10 to 20 cents in that range. Bluebird is up 0.52% and constrained by the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving averages. MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line. Momentum is below average and flat. So I think that Bluebird is also going to end up red today and lose the gains that it has made so far. DNA is down minus 1.49%, still supported by the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average. MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line, and momentum is above average but flat. So I think DNA is going to lose some more value today, maybe end the day negative 20 cents or 25 cents. Vertex is up 0.25%, and it is it's finding a good challenge out here. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit and pull this diagonal red line. So we are just above this diagonal red line yesterday, and we have a situation where I just go into 1 year time frame, and the chart is a bit difficult to read and present on the video, so I'm trying to manipulate it to become much bigger. So today's candle is actually struggling at the resistance that we have here. Yesterday we broke through the resistance and came back, and it was a doji candle, and it was a moment of indecision. Today also we are facing that indecision. So we have to see whether the market determines it's good to go into the next bullish channel, the superior bullish channel, by crossing this red line, or it's going to come down. So MACD is bullish and moving away from the signal line, and you can see that we are overbought here. That's what is causing this weakness. So we need to consolidate a little bit to break above that red line and convert that into a line of support and get back into the original bullish channel. It's all looking good for Vertex today, and even if it gives a little ground, I'm not worried, because we are still within the bullish channel and making attempts to get into the superior bullish channel, which is above this red line. Having said that, let's go on and look at Regeneron. It's down 0.28%, and that's a bit of a consolidation. I'm not worried about the consolidation out here for Regeneron, because we are still bullish, and we need to consolidate and come up with a much more flatter line. As I mentioned yesterday, all the 4 exponential moving averages are stacked in the right order. So that's really good. MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line. And as you can see in the RSI, the momentum is pretty high, and there is a little bit of room to become overbought. So I'm comfortable with that. But if you go to the 1-day time frame, you would see that the momentum is below average, and the MACD, though bullish, is tending towards the signal line. So it means that the participants are thinking that the raise in price has been very steep and very fast. So there is a need for a bit of a cooling off. So there is that battle between the bulls and bears to determine what level of cooling off is needed. And I would personally prefer a diagonal line, which is somewhat in a 45-degree angle. So I'd look for a few more days of weakness for Regeneron in order to moderate the RSI. And then we'll have a further movement upwards. Novartis is down minus 0.75%. And we have a support, which is this horizontal green line at 87.04. And that's going to be our first support. And then our 9-day exponential moving average is going to be our next support. And we have to remember, all our exponential moving averages are in the right order, stacked in the right order out here in this chart. So we are still in a bullish channel, in my opinion. And the MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line, and momentum is dropping down, though it's above average. So Novartis is going to have a weak day today, but I'm expecting the 9-day exponential moving average to provide a support. So I'm hoping that we don't fall below 86.94 today. Then we go on to IMTX, which is up 0.88%, and it is still above this diagonal line of support. I'm very happy about that. And the MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line, which is not a good thing. However, the MACD is above. However, the RSI is above average and pointed upwards, so that's a good thing. And I think that we are going to stay above this diagonal line of support and continue to build some kind of a bullish channel. So let us see if we manage to stay above this line today. I think we should, and if we do that, then we are still in the bullish channel, and we'll come back to battle tomorrow. PFE is down minus 0.75%. Unfortunately for us, we are broken down below this diagonal line of support. However, as I mentioned, the growth in the price was very steep, so we can still adjust our bullish channel out here and keep it optimistic. And ideally, anything above this 45 degrees is something I'm happy with. We still have support from the 100-day exponential moving average, so I'm going to move this line to coincide with the 100-day. So there's a very, very strong support out there. So let us see if we manage to stay above that. So unfortunately for us, we have gone below the 9-day, 20-day, and the 50-day exponential moving average. That's very concerning for me. Our MACD is also turned bearish, and the momentum is trying to go below average. So those are all not looking good for Pfizer. So having said that, let us end the session today. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to put a like out there. That small act by you will help this video to be discovered by other people and bring more people to our channel. And also, if you have not yet subscribed, why not? Just subscribe. It is free, and it'll help the channel grow. So with that, I'll let you go for the day, and we'll have the end of the day roundup around 5 o'clock in the evening. So check back around then. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.